Guys, this is Mrs. Campbell again. Today we're going to be working on Module 11, Lesson 1, Writing Related Facts. And today we're going to be talking about relating multiplication and division facts. We've talked about it before that to go backwards on the problem, if you 30 divided by 6 equals 5, you could go backwards and say 5 times 6 equals 30. And today's lesson is kind of reinforcing that. So the first thing we need to know are what are related facts. Related facts are a set of related multiplication and division equations. What related facts can you write for 2, 4, and 8? Okay, so what we're going to be looking at today on this page is we're going to be working with the numbers 2, 4, and 8 and seeing how they're related and how you can flip-flop them to double check your work as well. So the first question up here says, what model can you use to show how multiplication and division are related? Well, there's a lot of different ways, right? You can do arrays, you can do hop, skipping, and jumping, showing the whole and the parts that you take out, the equal groups that you take out, and so on. So there's a whole lot of different kinds, but I'm going to say here an array is probably the easiest to be able to see the relationship between multiplication and division because all of it's laid out to where you can see it. Okay, so step 1 that we're going to do, we're going to use 8 tiles to make an array with 2 equal rows. Draw the rest of the tiles. Okay, I'm not going to get my tiles out today for just this one because I think you can see it. To do 2 equal rows. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. How many do we need? We need how many? 8. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so how many tiles are in each row? Right, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 are in each row. So write a division equation for the array using the total number of tiles as the dividend. The dividend means that's the total, and the number of rows as the divisor. So the total here, the dividend is 8. How many rows are there? There's 2 rows. 8 divided up into 2 rows gives you how many in each row? Gives you 4. Good. So what's a multiplication problem you can write using these numbers here? Okay, we said 8 divided by 2 equals 4. What can we write here? We go backwards, right? 4 times 2 equals 8. Is there another way to write this problem though? Is there a fact family that we can use? You're right. What could it be? Remember the communicative property of multiplication says that you can flip these two numbers. So it can also be 2 times 4 equals 8. Those are the same. Okay. Step 2 says now use 8 tiles to make an array with 4 equal rows. Draw the rest of the tiles. So here's one column of 4. You're going to make 4 equal rows. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, so there's 8 of them. Oops, I don't think we were supposed to do that yet. Whoop. Or we weren't supposed to do this one yet. Oh well, that's okay. So how many tiles are in each row? There's 2 in each row. So you can say 8 divided by 4 equals 2. So multiplication for the array is 4 times 2 equals 8, right? Okay, so all I did was we turned that rectangle of arrays to a vertical. Okay, so it's the same number of squares, it's the same number of total, it's the same number in each row, but, well, it depends on the way you twist it. So 8 divided by 2 equals 4. 2 times 4 equals, what do we say? 2 times 4 equals 8. 8 divided by 4 equals 2, and 4 times 2 equals 8. Those are all related facts. They all have the same digits. You just rearrange them in a different order. Okay, let's go to look at page 340. Okay, it says now draw this. Try this. Draw an array with 4 rows of 4 tiles. Okay, I'm going to scoot it down a little bit. Let's see if you can still see it. I think so. 4 rows of 4. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. And then 4 rows, 4 in each row. So okay, so let's look at the array. It show related facts for 4 times 4, 4, and 16. Okay, so it has 4 across, or 4 rows, 4 down and 4 across equals how many? 4 times 4 equals 16. Okay, we also have 16 divided by 4, like into 4 groups, gives you how many in each row? 4. Since both factors are the same, there's only 2 equations in this set of related facts. Because these are both 4s, you don't have to go 16 divided by 4 is 4 and 16 divided by 4 is 4. You don't have to do that. They're trying to make it a little bit easier. Because it's the same problem over again, right? Okay, so let's look at the next section. It says complete the related facts for this array. It says 2 times 8 equals 16. All right, and 16 divided by 2 equals 8. So how can we do the reverse of those? Okay, so let's do the other multiplication problem under here. So if 2 times 8 equals 16, what else using these factors equals 16? Well, remember, we can, with the communicative property of multiplication, we can just flip-flop the 8 and the 2. So 8 times 2 equals 16. Okay, and with the, we can do this the same way also, right? You still have to keep the total out front, okay? The total number, the divisor stays the same, but what you divide by, or the dividend stays the same, but the divisor changes. So instead of dividing by 2, you're going to divide by 8, and that equals 2. That's in that fact family. So these 4 these 4 problems are in that fact family. That's another way that we call them here in bottom. So let's look at, I'm going to do one of these, and then you're going to do the rest of these for me on your own. Okay, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I like to always have them written out on the side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 and 5. So I could just count by 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So it's 25 is the total. And I like to do that to where I can see, or I can do it on the side here if you can't see it. So I know this is 5, and this is 25. 25 total. So what would be our fact family, or what would be our related what would be our related problems? Let's look. Okay, so we can do multiplication first. 5 times 5 equals 25. And remember, since those are the same digits, you don't have to do 5 times 5 equals 25 again. Okay, so now we're going to do a division problem. So we start off with the dividend, right? 25, and then we're going to divide it by one of the 5s, which will give us what? The other 5. And remember, since those are the same numbers, you don't have to flip it again. It's just assumed that you should know that this same problem is the same answer. Okay, so what I want you to do is on 3 and 4, I want you to do those. Remember, there's going to be 4 problems on these. It's going to be 2 multiplication problems, 2 division problems. And then, if you could, these all have the same fact family information in it. 7 is all related. 5 is all related, 6 is all related, and 7 is all related. So please pause the video, and then I'll help you check them in just a few minutes. So pause the video, work 3 through 7, and then turn the video back on. All right, so let's look at it now. You had 3 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 3 and 7. So it's 3 times 7 equals what? 21. All right, so first thing I'm going to do is flip-flop those two. 7 times 3 equals what? 21. Now you got to have the big number first, the total first. Divide by one of them, so say by 3, and that gives you 7. Again, you stick with the same. The total has to always come first. Divide by 7 and equals 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, so you have 4 times 6. What is 4 times 6? 24. Good. And you can flip-flop the factors. 6 times 4 equals 24. Then you go 24 divided by 4 equals 6, and 24 divided by 6 equals 4. Again, that's another group of fact families or related facts. Okay, now here they give you all the digits. So 4 times 7 equals what? Do you see it right here? It's 28. Okay, so your numbers that you're going to plug into this are either going to be 4, 7, or 28. And if you already have a 7, you're not going to pick another 7, right? You've already used it, so you've got to use the other one. So 7 times 4 equals 28. 28 divided by what equals 4? You got to use that 7, right? 28 divided by 4 equals 7. Let's look here. 5 times what is 30? 5 times 6 is 30. 6 times 5 is 30. 30 divided by 6 is 5. 30 divided by 5 is 6. Last spot, these are 9, 3, and 27. So 3 times 9 is 27. 9 times 3 is 27. 27 divided by 9 is 3. 27 divided by 3 equals 9. So I hope you got those right. All right, let's look on the next page, page 341. Oh, I didn't even check. I hope you saw that last page. Okay, 341. It says, Mr. Lee, we're going to use the table up here. The clay supplies. Clay tool set, glitter dough, number of package. So that's how many come in each of those packages. Mr. Lee divides 1 package of clay and 1 package of glitter dough equally among 4 students. How many more? Ooh, what is that always going to tell us to do? Somewhere along the way we have to subtract. If it says how many more, somewhere in there we're going to subtract. How many more glitter dough sections than clay sections does each student get? Okay, so we have to figure out first how many that each student got, right? Okay, Mr. Lee divides 1 package of clay and 1 package of glitter dough among 4 students. 1 package of clay is 12, divided among how many students? 4 equals what? 3. So 3 is in each section. 3 sections, I'm sorry. 3 sections each child get. Okay, clay and now glitter dough. Glitter dough is 36 divided by 4 equals what? 9, because 4 times 9 is 36. There are 9 sections. Okay, now it says how many more glitter dough? This is the glitter. This is the clay. And so what are you going to do here? You got to take the biggest number, subtract the smaller number from it. So 9 minus 3 equals 6. There's 6 more sections. There's 6 more sections of glitter dough than clay. Did y'all get that? Do you follow that? Okay, now Ty has made an error. Maybe. Ty has a package of glitter dough. He says he can give 9 friends 5 equal sections. Explain his mistake. Ooh. So what is it? 36. So if we're going to give 9 friends 5 equal sections, well, what is, if you give 9 friends 5 equal sections, how many sections are you going to need? You're going to need 45. Does he have 45? No. He only has what? 36. So you've already proven it right there. So you can only have like 4 in each of the groups. Okay, so you can have 36 divided by 4 equal sections, and that gives you 9. So 9 friends can have 4 sections, but not 5. All right, the next problem, number 10, says write a word problem that can be solved by using 35 divided by 5. Solve your problem. Okay, you do that on your own. talk it over with your family and see what you can come up with. Then down below, write a set of related facts that has only 2 equations. Ooh, do you remember how to do that? That's the one that if the divide or the like 25 divided by 5 equals 5. You remember like that? I'll just help you with that one. 25 divided by 5 equals 5. And then what's the multiplication? 5 times 5 equals 25. And remember, we don't have to redo it because those are the same digits. You don't have to redo those again. So this only has 2 equations. All right, so what your assignment is to do right now is I want you to flip over to page 342. I want you to complete the whole back, all 4 questions. And then I want you to check it over with your folks, and once you understand it and are confident with it, I want you to do the gold pages, page 343 and 344. Take a picture of both of those pages, post it on your Google Classroom so that it can be graded by your teacher. So I hope today you're able to see how you can write a related multiplication and division facts. So have a great day. Bye.